to take a few minutes just to tell you a little bit about my journey and what prompted me, to finally want to change and lose the weight. I turned 29 last year, October 22nd, 2010, I turned 29. And, my early to mid-20s, I really wasn't overweight. I mean, I was unhealthy as far as like my diet goes, but I was an average weight. I was very happy that after I had kids too, I was pretty much, a healthy weight, about 130, 140. And as I continued with the SAD diet, slowly but surely the pounds crept on. I struggled with depression, and I did a lot of binge eating, emotional eating, and I definitely became addicted to food and the feel-good properties of it. So, when I was feeling down, food was my friend. I also went from working full-time and being in that atmosphere to having a back injury, and I was taken out of the workforce, and I was pretty much working from home the past 3 years. So that in itself kind of made me, lonely, and again, I turned to food for comfort. So for the past five years or so, food was my friend. Food made me happy, excited, a lot of good feelings. It also made me sad, depressed, because of the way I felt after I overate. So, my birthday rolls around, I'm 29, I realized I'm not getting any younger, I'm definitely not losing weight, wasn't really trying. And I was like, I need to do something about this. I am ready. I am going to make 30 the new 20 for me. I am going to feel better, I'm going to lose the weight, and I'm going to be in better health than I ever have before. So that was my goal. I had the will, I had the want, and I'm like, okay, I turned 29, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I want to do this, but now what? What do I do? In the past, I tried like the low-carb diets, for quite a while, a couple of months here and there, lost some weight. The low-calorie diets, I've tried quite a few things to lose weight in the past, and they've all, kind of worked short-term for me. But this time I wanted it to be something different. I wanted it to be a new lifestyle for me. I wanted it to be a change I could stick with. A change that broke those food addictions, the emotional part of the food addiction. I wanted to break it once and for all. So kind of what prompted me also to doing that is for the year 2010, I was in and out of the hospital about 4 times. I went to the ER because I had lower abdominal pain so badly that I was hunched over on the floor, just crying out in pain. It was that bad. But I'm the type of person that you don't have health insurance or whatever, you don't go to the hospital. It became bad enough that I went to the ER and was looked at. Every single time they gave me pain pills and sent me on my way. They had no idea what was wrong with me. They didn't even really ask a lot of questions. Finally, the 4th time, they did some ultrasounds and stuff like that. They're like, we don't know what's wrong with you. So eventually the pain kind of just went away, but then it comes back, but then it goes away. I do have a history of ovarian cysts, and so I kind of just thought it was that, and I've been misdiagnosed before in the past, so I kind of just was like, well, what can they really do? I guess if they're not concerned about it, until I'm in pain again, I'm just gonna live my life. So when I turned 29, I got on this thing like, look, I'm going to do something about my health. I can only help myself. So I began researching because I didn't really know what path to take. I didn't really know what to do. You come from being brought up in a sad lifestyle, the standard American diet. You really don't know any different. You don't know what to do unless you find that knowledge. So that's what I was doing. I was on a hunt to find that knowledge. And by trying to find natural remedies for what I was going through, slowly started seeing a pattern, and that was eat more raw foods. So October, November, I started juicing. I used my blender. I started juicing a little bit, and I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I liked the process. I liked the way it made me feel. I liked what I was putting in my body, but I didn't do it on a consistent basis. I started slowly incorporating, more salads. I've always loved salads. I've always liked vegetables and fruits. So that part wasn't hard, but I was still lost. So I was still eating the sad lifestyle but yet I was incorporating some more of these foods in my diet, because I wasn't like ready to go 100% raw. I didn't even know about like going 100% raw at that time. So October, November, December, basically I just started juicing. Ever since October I've been juicing. Now more than ever, for sure. But so that's kind of the gist of that. And then January rolls around and I pretty much juiced the whole month of January. I started school. My plan was to lose a lot of weight before I started school, because I had gained so much, you know, being in the house and stuff like that, that I did feel like I was on the top of my game. I couldn't, you know, I had clinicals and I had this and I had school and all this stuff I was jumping back into. I needed the stamina to be able to get through my day. So I took school as an opportunity, since I hadn't lost the weight that I wanted to. I took school as an opportunity to incorporate this new lifestyle with my new school lifestyle. And I juiced every single day, just about, of January. It was my breakfast. I took the juices to school. I had lots of people inquiring, asking me questions, which really made me, you know, want to do it more and more and more, because I was hearing myself tell these people it's great and so on and so forth. So the month of January, and then that's when I also joined YouTube, was January, because I had learned so much about raw foods that I felt like I really wanted the advice too of this new lifestyle. So that's when I put myself on YouTube, because I had tried so many other things before, and I'm like, look, you know, maybe I can get some help and advice putting myself out there, and also maybe there's people that can relate to what I'm going through, and we can kind of just help each other out. So that was the thought behind the YouTube channel for Raw Lifestyle. And so here I am on YouTube, and you guys are seeing me go through it all. I'm not perfect. I'm not 100% raw. I'm hoping to be there eventually, but I have to be 100% ready for it. Now, I'm in such a better mindset today than I was October 20th. I know so much more. I've read some books. I've looked at some videos. I've asked some experts. You know, I'm definitely on the right path, but I'm still kind of lost. And without shelling out hundreds or thousands of dollars to, you know, have somebody tell you exactly what to do, I don't have that. You know, I'm still working from home. I'm on an extremely limited budget. But the good news is that I'm buying organic. I'm learning about organic. Even January, February, I didn't understand the importance of organic. I'm like, you know, yeah, it's a little bit healthier, you know, but that's it. No, it's much more than that. It's so much more than that. Now it's like, if I can just buy as much organic as possible, that's what I'm doing. There's some times where the organic produce is actually cheaper than conventional. And so in that time, I stock up on that produce. You guys have seen some of my grocery hauls. I bought like 23 3-packs of organic lettuce one time, and it lasted me almost a whole month. You know, nothing is fake. I'm 100% real, but I'm also just a regular person trying to find their way. Now, a lot of people say, I went 100% raw overnight. That was what I had to do. I'm still trying to learn, you know. I don't want to say it doesn't fit, but I've tried a couple of times, you know, doing the 100% raw thing, and I just find myself not getting enough calories. I'm bringing fruit with me, and I'm eating apples, and is it 5 apples, and I'm just not quite satisfied. I do need to do something extreme, because I need to break the food addictions. I'm eating so much healthier than I ever have before, but that week that I lost those 6 pounds, I was like, whoa, I need to put the brakes on, I need to slow down. And maybe that's not true. I'm programmed. I just feel like they tell you that's too much. And now the Biggest Loser, they lose 10, 20, 30 pounds, and they're monitored by doctors and stuff like that. So maybe it is okay. But at that point, I was like, I was probably doing everything right, and it worked out just like it was supposed to. But then I stepped away. I don't know why I'm scared of that much weight loss. I guess I'm scared of what it's going to do to my body and negatively, because there's always ways to overcome that. But just a little bit about me. I just want to let you guys know that I had some health problems in 2010 that the doctors couldn't figure out. I still don't know what was wrong. I don't know if I had a cyst, if it ruptured. I haven't really had the pain for about 6 months, so that's great. But I have some underlying like thyroid problems that I've had ever since I was 16 that's been untreated for many, many, many years. However, the last time I went to the doctor, I did have a normal thyroid. So I have a history of thyroid problems, but it's an overactive thyroid that I have a history of. And honestly, it's still an imbalance of your metabolism, so whether you're high or low, it still can affect everything as a whole. So yeah, so then I was on a hunt to find some natural remedies for just getting myself healthier, and that kind of just led me into the raw foods. I started watching videos, lots of the gurus out there. But you guys have to realize there's some raw fooders out there that have lost 100+ pounds, but you don't really see their journey. You only see their end result. Okay, so they've probably had some ups and downs. I mean, nobody's perfect. You can't sit there and put yourself out there like, oh, I did everything perfect and I was 100% raw and now here I am today. I'm putting myself out there to watch my journey, to watch my ups and downs. You know, I made these videos for myself too as a reflection, so I can look back and say, okay, this didn't work, okay, this did work, okay, this is what you look like, okay, this, you know, this is where you're at in your journey. These videos are to help me too. They're going to help me be stronger. But all in all, that's how I was led into raw foods, my own health problems. And now it's just like, it's an uphill battle really. But I'm almost to the downhill part, you know. So just stay tuned, you know, stay with me, you guys, because I feel 100% in my heart that by my 29th birthday, I'll be in a good place where I am satisfied. I might not be happy 100%. And I don't even know if that's possible, you know, in today's world. But I feel like I will achieve my goals, but it's a process getting there. And the fact that I'm eating so much more raw is a wonderful place to be. I know so much more now than I did even 2 months ago. So I have a whole bunch to be, you know, I'm blessed to have found this information and to have to seek out this information on my own, and there's a lot of people out there that put out the information for you to find. So I'm definitely taking advantage of that, and I hope to one day, you know enough to maybe be able to help other people. But in this time in my life, you know, there's so much going on. You know, it's actually a perfect time, but the worst time at the same time, because I'm a full-time nursing student. I have 2 boys to raise. I'm so super stressed, and I know stress is like the worst thing on your body. It's probably worse than the worst food that you can eat. The stress can affect weight loss. You know, I know for a fact the lack of sleeping. There's been a couple of times the last couple of weeks I've had 1 hour sleep the whole entire night. And that's because I have so much work to do. The clinicals, you have like 5 or 6 pages of stuff that you have to do, and it takes time to look up 25 meds per night and write down all this stuff. You know, my kids are in martial arts. I'm in martial arts. Like, by the time I get home, we're gone until like 9 o'clock at night. So I can't even sit down to do studying until then. So there's some things in my life that I just can't change. I'm trying to be less stressed. I'm trying to work on the meditation, the deep breathing. It's all a process. So more raw foods, you know, and it's been a blessing. I feel better, I have more energy, and a lot of people say too, you know, you might be losing inches, and I'm working out more than I ever have in my life, you know. So there's so many factors involved, but I am positive that the scale will go down. I just have to find a plan that fits perfectly, and that is the mission that I'm on currently. I'm going to find it, you guys. With your help, with the help of others, we'll do this together. I will lose the weight. Until later.